Welcome to the Leg It Sportcast. It's me, Andy Grant.
It's me, Jordan Neal.
First off, again, we're going to be teaming up with BetMate. As you know, the last few weeks, BetMate is an app a little bit like fantasy football. It takes all the best bits of fantasy, but rather than it's thrown out over the season, it's just for that one weekend or sometimes the one game. We always have a game on it.
Yep.
So if you go on the BetMate app, register, look for the Leg It podcast match. You basically pick your best 7-a-side team, and it's all calculated on passes, assists, goals, cards, and it's like a live leaderboard with your mates. Small stakes, couple of quid, $5, and everyone gets, I think it's the top 5.
Yeah, everyone gets paid out. I think the pot is always like 100 up.
Yeah.
So like the winner will maybe get like 30, then down to like 15, whatever. But
I've won on it twice. I've won about 70 quid.
To be honest, it's good fun. And as you say, it's small stakes. It's not a...
You find me and George just a WhatsApp and lad, I'm just fucking overtook you. So yeah. It's a good laugh. BetMate, the link is in the bio. Get registered. And again, small stakes, big wins. Also, Monterex, 15% off. I know they've got a big Black Friday sale on as well, so make sure you check them out. As always, much appreciated for that support. And Social Scousers.
We're lucky, aren't we? Good.
Very lucky, got good people supporting us, so yeah, make sure you support them too.
Let's get into it.
My bet coming again.
Yeah, 3 homes, right?
3 homes, boom.
You're not far from it in that full thing.
So I got 3 on the bounce, then I missed a week, and then I got it in again.
Yeah. Well done.
4 out of 5 ain't bad.
I'm in a bit of a...
I know, you're in it.
A bit of a rut, actually.
You carried us for a while, and I remember you saying, "Oh lad, it comes in
it does.
You know what I mean?
It comes in waves." I did. I actually got...
It's good though that when you're flying, I'm not. But then we're like,
yeah, because the minute we both start fucking it up,
yeah.
I actually got a little. I had a treble, that I just did. Dan Aziz, who I mentioned on the podcast, and 2 UFC fights, Yanez and Santos, and I got that in myself, but I didn't. Obviously, I wasn't madly confident on it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It was nice to win a bet.
Yeah.
That. But yeah, well done for you.
Lad, the other big talking point, which so many people messaged me last weekend, and I felt sick.
What?
My last man standing.
Oh my god. I told you to go with Villa. Have you told everyone? I had messages, people saying, did he go Villa? I said he didn't go Villa, but he went somewhere else.
Lad, so I went Man City, and then I texted the lad and I said, can I change? And he went, you can change up until kick-off. And I was like, fucking hell, lad, I was ringing everyone, what you think? And
like he wants to be a millionaire.
Yeah, it was phone a friend, you'd said Villa, and then people are saying maybe Newcastle, maybe. My dad was saying Newcastle. I was like, you know what, Southampton, Norwich is shit.
They are shit as well.
And they went 1-0 up, and I was like, boom, what a decision that was.
Yeah.
And obviously Norwich won.
How'd you know all the way out?
And then Villa fucking scored, but lad, because I got so close, I felt like I'd lost 20 grand.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said to you last week, though. You're not losing 20 grand, but like it does.
I felt like I did, lad.
But I was watching the scores, and Villa was 0-0 up until the 80th minute. I'm thinking, thank fuck he didn't follow me there. Do you know what I mean? And then they scored, and I texted you going, "Oh, how did you doubt that, lad?" They were always gonna win.
I felt sick. So 4 had United, I had Southampton,
yeah,
and 3 had City, and 2 had Spurs. So there's 5 left in it for 20 grand.
Crazy though.
Anyway.
That is crazy money. But Villa, mate, off and running the
Stevie G impact, mate. He's just one of those people that, you know,
celebration.
The Midas touch, mate. He's just like, wow.
I didn't actually watch the game, but like his reaction to the goals, like,
what a man though.
Boss, isn't he?
Like, can he do any wrong? Like, do you know what I mean? No. He's just like,
even when he slipped with us, and he still didn't do any wrong in my eyes.
No, I still love him.
But the thing is, I kind of want him to do well and then come to Liverpool off the clock, but I kind of don't want him to ever tar it. I love him to just do a game and then be like, I fucked it off. Pep Linders in charge. Do you know what I mean? Just do one game.
Well, you know, you see what it can do. Obviously, Solskjaer went this week finally.
Yeah. They're in a bad place now, United, you know.
Really bad.
I don't know, who did you see? Have you seen the top of the betting? It was Zidane who said I don't want it. Michael Carrick, Darren Fletcher.
Pochettino said he doesn't want it. And I think the next person's Roberto Martinez. He starts at like 40 to 1, he's like 16s or something. Just on that, before we go into United properly, what I will apologise for is saying that there are no that Gio Van Bronckhorst was a bad shout for.
Some fella left a paragraph, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was like, actually.
Fair play to him, yeah, and I apologised. So I was like saying, what's Van Bronckhorst done? He's turned out he brought the La Ligue to final, I think, for the first time in like 20 years, so I stand corrected. But do you know my point though, that like you said, it proves my point, we're on those names. I mean, there's not a great...
Oh. I'll try and get the updated thing, the names on there though.
Did you see though? There's a guy from Barcelona who does an interim job and done really well.
Valverde, yeah. But like, I don't know what. If you're a United player, you don't want to see an interim manager coming in. You like he's not gone there. He's not there for like a big project.
No,
do you know what I
he
mean?
wants instant.
We need to be like,
Lad, Ronaldo's ego, he could start doing it, lad.
yeah, play a coach. Yeah, it's Pochettino's top, and he's distanced himself. Then that Valverde, and then that Ralph Ragnick, or his name is, Michael Carrick. Brendan Rodgers is getting money for him.
I think Rodgers could go there, you know.
Bloody
Would United fans take him with his Liverpool connection?
100%, because it's gone, innit, that Liverpool thing. It's not like he's not one of them people who come back to Liverpool and it's all like, oh, Brendan.
No, he never won nothing either, did he?
Innit, but that Steve Bruce is in there.
Be great if they went Steve Bruce. Wouldn't that be great, though?
Oh, I'd love it. The list is horrible, mate. Nicky Butt. Has he landed in there?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to get it, but...
Yeah, the fact that he's been mentioned.
Mark Hughes, Wayne Rooney, Harry Redknapp. the fuck?
They're in a bad place. But you know what I also think, though, with United? It's Sir Alex Ferguson. I mean, what a man. United or not, you've got to respect him.
Oh, mate, unbelievable. Yeah.
He's almost took them to too high. It's like now, fans are just too above themselves. Well, we can't settle for this. Well, it's like, well, that's what it is now. You know, you're not... It's not that United that are winning the league 3 years in a bounce. It's the competition's a lot better. It's a lot more level playing field with the big 6-7 clubs. Yeah.
The thing is as well, he didn't just go in and like for example, what Klopp's going to do with us. Maybe that's a bad example, but he's not going to go in and win a Champions League, and then be a legend. But he was there for like 20 odd years. Do you know what I mean? It was like people's
30,
lives.
Was he?
I don't know. It was
long,
high, like, but it wasn't someone who just come in, had success and left. For a lot of United fans who were in that stadium, they've never known anything other than him just back to back in it. Yeah. Like, even if they come second, then they go and win it again the next year. I don't remember a time under him, apart from the very early days. But as a kid and that, they were never not in and around the conversation of winning the league. No.
And I think they just need to take a long, hard look at themselves and go, it's not going to be like this again.
No. You don't get...
For anyone, though.
Yeah. You can't have that. I mean, but it's like... I think the hard thing is as well, they go, oh, look at Tuchel, look at that police car goes past every time we record. Look at Tuchel, look at Klopp, look at this. But like, it doesn't just happen overnight. Do you know what I mean? I know he's gone and hit the ground running, Tuchel, but he's going to have a bit of a sticky period at some point. Do you know what I mean?
But he inherited a good team.
Yeah.
As well. United, you could argue say it's a good team, but when I look at that the back four, back five, the keeper, De Gea is not in it no more. He's not the player he was a few years ago. Harry Maguire, my best mate, he is just like...
Did you see his sending off?
No.
That second yellow was... He just lost control of the ball and just... It's like he just... Do you know what? Right, it's like when he gets the ball, it's just like... Everything's just like 100 mile an hour on his head, do you know what I mean? He's like, pass, oh, tackle, oh shit, I'm sent off, God. Do you know what I mean? It's like, he doesn't process anything. Obviously, he's a good player at a certain level, but...
He's not Man United captain material.
That's what I mean. That... As much as we hate Man United, being Man United captain, you know, the likes of Roy Keane and all that, that's one of the biggest spotlights in football, mate.
Yeah.
The whole of football.
Rooney was captain for a bit, wasn't he, as well?
But even him, I don't think he was like ever permanent captain, was he? He was always underneath someone, I think.
You know? But I think, though, you need... And I don't think he's that.
No.
So...
Because even when he talks, it's like... I think Roy Keane made a good point. It's like, oh yeah, we're taking responsibility for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not even a slight on him. Like, if that's just who he is, but he's a good player. At a certain level, but to be United captain...
He hasn't got the attributes, mate, to be that.
To be a United captain, you've got to be a pretty special... Either a special personality or a special footy player. Yeah. And he's just neither.
He's neither, no.
But,
so, yeah, I'm happily on the... I'm happy that...
How many players could they sell, as you say? De Gea, that Wan-Bissaka's never, ever going to be good enough. Maguire will stay, but, you know, there, Lindelof, you'd sell him.
Luke Shaw seems to do alright for a couple of games, then just looks
his career,
like the worst ever.
Yeah. Then you got McTominay, you could sell him. Fred, you'd sell him. Sancho, you know, you give him another chance because he's Martial.
Looks like Lingard's going to go as well. The contract talks broken down.
Martial's always promised to deliver but never really done anything.
And Cavani, Ronaldo were like fucking 30 odd anyway,
exactly.
Aren't they? It's mad times.
I reckon someone needs to come in and do that though. And be like, listen, I'm just we're starting from scratch. Keep a core of what, 6-7 players, the likes of Sancho who've not quite had a chance in that. Fernandes, keep Ronaldo around or whatever, but someone who's going to have the bollocks to say, this has got to change. And that's why I don't want them to get Diego Simeone, because he will do that.
He'd be brilliant for them. I like him.
Well, he's one of them. You love him if he's with you, but you hate, obviously, I've done it myself when we play Atletico, it's horrible, but like...
I think, mate, just the league, Premier in general, mate, it is the best, most exciting league now.
I think he'd fancy that, but just whether he can leave He'd love that United job, I reckon, because he'd be like, it's basically.
I think he'd bring that Mourinho-esque kind of like everyone's against us. Fuck it, come on, let's have a go.
But imagine like that's exactly what United need. They need someone to go in there, make them just horrible, make Old Trafford a horrible place to go again. I used to hate Liverpool going there, and just but he would love that. Do you know what I mean? He'd wind up Klopp, he'd wind up other managers, he'd be
on the back pages every day.
It's like when Mourinho, as you say, come from Porto, and he'd come always, I'm the special one, I'm this and that. He'd do something like that, be a divisive character.
Mourinho lost it, I think he bit, didn't he? But I think that very first Mourinho, when he was great. And I think Simeone would be like that.
Yeah, I do, because he's got the personality as well to say, you know, he wouldn't just toe the line at United. You can tell he'd be saying to people upstairs, like, you're not signing players, I'm signing them. He seems like a big enough personality to handle what they need. Do you know what I mean? He's not going to be just someone there like, thanks for the job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I just think, mate, it's exciting whether you're talking about managers coming in or the managers merry-go-round with Gerrard back in. Yeah. It's just proper exciting, mate.
Chelsea had a problem, though.
Chelsea had a big problem. But, mate, you know what, mate? The Reds were flying. You know, you look how well Arsenal playing. Arsenal were the informed side in the Prem. They done so well. And Liverpool absolutely battered them.
Yeah,
it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant to watch. You know what? The first half was a bit like fucking hell. And then I think that Arteta bust up with Klopp.
Yeah.
The crowd went mad. It was a bit of a subdued atmosphere the first half an hour, from being honest.
They done a decent job at, like, in that first bit of like just making it a bit of a Nottingham game. Do you know what I mean? The crowd went quiet.
It was weird. I think at R5 on a Saturday, Arsenal, and it was a bit like, I'd not seen John Paul, who was sitting next to me for a while. I'm like, oh, what's been happening, lads? I'm talking a bit too much rather than like getting right into it. And then that happened with Arteta, and everyone was like, fuck this.
It was a stupid decision from his part as well, because nothing happened. It was just a header, like a bit of arms flailing. It wasn't like a late challenge or anything like that. It wasn't something like really bad, and he made it bigger. Then the crowd. I say it all the time, like the last thing you want to do at Anfield is just give the crowd anything. Yeah. You need to make them as quiet as possible, because when Anfield's quiet, it's fucking quiet. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, some atmospheres you're like, fucking hell. Yeah. I timed it perfect, lad. I was dying for a burst. I'd had like 4 or 5 bottles before I went in, was dying for a burst. Normally I go down about 42, 43 minutes, and I was like, I need to go down a bit early because I need a piss. Walked down on like 38, and just as I've got to the bit where you go under, Mane scored.
Yeah.
Just jumped on some random fella next to me. Went in, had a piss and got me beer and was done.
Some ball up I sent. Mate, Jesus Christ.
Did you see his Instagram post?
No, something about
how my assist you.
Yeah. That, mate, he's stats now.
Unreal, mate.
He is, and you know, I've said it before, he's got frailties, but his technique and that.
Yeah, just absolute baller, mate.
But yeah, I think the thing that worries me about Chelsea is just how efficient they are. Like that Reece James.
They seem to go under the radar a bit, like they're not.
But I thought that Leicester game was going to be a bit tricky, and they just went and battered them.
Apart from the 7-0 they done the other week, I just feel like they're just kind of going, boom, job done, next, job
would you
done,
have,
next.
Reece James or Trent?
Trent.
He's a good player, you know.
Yeah, no, he is, yeah, but I think Trent, mate, for what he's done already in his career, he's what, 21, 22?
Yeah, I think they're the same age, aren't they?
Are they? I'm saying that they will have probably won the same things then.
Yeah. I mean,
apart from the league, he won't have won the league, will he?
Yeah, it's like Gerrard and Lampard, but at right back, innit?
Yeah.
But you can play both of them somehow.
I do think Trent, as much of always, and Klopp says he's the best right back in the world, I think as he gets older, 26, 27, another 5 years or so, he might move positions as well, Trent.
Yeah, but I think that the thing, it might come down to ego though, because he is regenerating that position along with Reece James, you know what I mean? Like, I know you did have the likes of Alves and people who ran, but what they're doing to affect games has never been done before.
Smart.
Like I think Reece James scored, obviously he's getting assists and that, but he's scoring every single week.
Oh no,
it's weird.
The thing is, mate, that Tsimikas looked alright as well.
Yeah, he's done a good job since like he could. Because
Robbo's not hit the ground running this season. He's not been terrible, but he's not hit the heights as he did last couple of seasons.
He was really good when, I know it's a bit of a dead game, it was at the Porto game last night. He was dead good in that when he come on. But it's good to have someone like that where
pushing you. Because
like when Trent goes out, the young lad Williams, he's not quite at the same level. You can tell. But with him, at least you know, like, Robertson's out the right sound. He's going to play, but. Yeah.
The other thing which won't be happy for our listeners who are Blues is another defeat. Fair enough, it was against Man City, but
they got from the Richarlison now as well. He got booked. He can't play at Brentford. I mean, they got a striker now.
Brentford's going to be a hard game again. It's no win in 7 now, is it? I think.
I don't know, but they.
Let me check. It's looking grim for them.
Damari Gray went off after about 15 minutes. He's out for 7 weeks or something.
You are messing.
No, then Richarlison got in, booked so he can't play. I don't know what team they're going to put out on the weekend.
2 o'clock Sunday, Brentford. That is a tough game. So they've not
game.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the last win was Norwich on the 25th of September.
It's hard. It's like not hard. It's the fucking footy, isn't it? But it's so many factors beyond the control now.
Like, they've had 1 win in 8, and that was against Norwich.
Because to be honest, they were defending well. Like they were looking, you know, City were dominating the game obviously, but they were breaking well with Gray, and then he gets injured. Suddenly there's no out ball, and it's just City attack first defence then.
And Brentford need to win. Brentford haven't been playing great recently.
It's an interesting game now, but Everton just need to win somewhere, don't they?
Yeah.
But the good thing is though, I've seen a lot of people on social media not saying it's not been Rafa this, Rafa that. I think Everton fans are actually...
They can see that.
They can see what's going on, do you know what I mean? They've essentially got what happened to us. Yeah. Where you like... What
can he do?
You're playing all random players in mad positions and stuff.
Yeah, I've not seen much Rafa out kind of abuse to him, which is...
I think you'd be stupid, wouldn't you, to think that was the answer.
To turn on him, yeah. Looking forward to this weekend. I think hopefully West Ham could do us a favour by getting a result at Man City. I think it's obviously tough, but if anyone could do it, West Ham, the form that they're in, could take some points off City. You've also got Chelsea United, which is the big one on Sunday.
They'll absolutely smash them to bits.
You can just hope, can't you, that Carrick
Ronaldo, please do something.
Do something. Did you see Carragher's tweet? Carrick giving...
Yeah, that was quite funny. Nothing, yeah.
I texted him after it and he went, lad, I've had that written out all day just in case they won. Yeah, and then Liverpool are home to Southampton.
Should win there, like Liverpool.
Should be a bank of that, really, shouldn't it?
Be interesting to see the team, though, because we obviously got some rest into people last night, didn't he? Anderson, Robertson come on, so Thiago played unbelievable and scored that goal.
Brilliant. Unreal. I didn't even watch it.
I was right behind it. The technique was ridiculous.
I was absolutely gutted when I didn't even know the score and nothing. No. And 2-0, I was just like, wow, that's...
He was the deepest player for the free kick.
I seen that, yeah.
And it come out and he said to Nico Williams, move. And he hit it, his body's facing the corner flag. And he hit it with the outside. I mean, it's so hard to do that.
And it megged the player on the way through.
I don't even think it touched the floor. It just floated about 2 inches above.
Yeah. It was like a hovercraft on it.
But he hit the ball, and obviously it was spinning at the time. But when he hit it, he obviously hit it the other side. The ball stops. Do you know what I mean? And then it just remains still. How hard that is to do.
He is undoubtedly, in my mind, the greatest technical player in that squad.
Oh, without doubt. The only problem he's had is every time he gets going like this, something happens.
It's a little niggle or something, yeah.
Like last night, he sees passes that nobody else on our team can see. We just got to find a way of getting him, Henderson and Fabinho playing
the
all the time.
that him and Fabinho have got together is
11, they've never lost in 11 games. Well, the fact he played 11 games in 18 months.
Yeah. I also think Van Dijk's still not being beaten at Anfield in a Premier League game.
Got it, yeah. It's ridiculous. We've got to get Henderson,
Fabinho and 100%. So yeah, it's been a exciting week with the footy. Obviously Champions League this week, etc. And a little look forward to the weekend. Before we move on to kind of the combat sport, and if we just have a little look around the world of sport in general. People
enjoyed that last week when we talked about cricket and whatnot.
Yeah.
A couple of nice comments saying good to see the broadening our horizons.
Yeah, that's what I need to do with sport in general. Just with kind of
life in general, to be honest.
Did you see the thing about so they've had this government backed fan independent regulator thing come through, haven't they, and stuff like that? And you can come up with all these ideas and say, let the fans decide and stuff like this, which is great, and I let them have a say. At the end of the day, it's all about money.
Yeah.
So me and you could find ourselves on a little panel saying, you know what, it's not great what they're doing in Saudi Arabia. They're killing journalists for having a say on something. We don't think we should let the Saudi Arabian government invest into our sport. Yeah, that's, you know what, you're right there, Jordan and Andy, that's great. What, you're going to buy it for $5 billion? Yeah, okay, yes.
Jordan and Andy, get out. Yeah.
So it's great saying we're going to do this, but at the end of the day, like everything in life, money talks.
That's just box ticking, mate. They're saying they're going to... Whatever words an independent fan panel say in any meeting, whatever they say, all the people are going to go is, yes, great point, well done. See you later, see you next year. And nothing ever happens, do you know what I mean?
And on the back of that, on the money, I don't think this come from the fan-led review, but this idea come out that there's going to be potentially an extended half-time break.
Oh, lad, I was crying at this. Did you see all the stuff?
You sent me good ones. That's another money thing. Another Super Bowl-esque money spinner to just get fans spending more money at half-time and all the rest of it.
Can't wait to go to Burnley and watch 15 minutes of Dice putting up flat-back furniture. It's just, why would you've got like
I'm down there for 20 minutes anyway. I didn't at Arsenal. I went down at 38 minutes and I went back up on 48. So I've probably done 20 minutes anyway. I don't know why I'm moaning, but what I don't like about it is this kind of forced entertainment and stuff. Let me go down, have me beer, and I'll come back up.
Who's going to stand in the cop or whatever, maybe Gladys Street, whatever, and be right, I'm going to wait here for the half-time entertainment?
Yeah.
No one's asked.
No one is asked.
I don't even know how does that generate money? By advertising. I guess that's the only thing it can possibly be, innit?
I'm guessing advertising.
That's coming though, do you know, like...
And I'm guessing they want to make more money from people at half-time.
That American stuff where it's like, you know, you see it in the UFC now where the game's on, and then it shoots across and it's like, this game is brought to you by Leg It Sports. Do you know what I mean? That's coming in Premier League footy.
In what though?
Do you know, like when you're watching a game on BT Sport or Sky or whatever, and you watch American footy, and it'll be, you know, 23rd minute and the ball will go out for a throw and then something just flashes across the screen. Do you know what I mean?
You do it on the UFC as well, don't
they?
They
do with their Toyota tyres and stuff like that. But that's coming in the Prem.
I remember being in I was in New York 7-8 years ago in Madison Square Garden. Went to watch the Knicks. I was half getting into it. You know, they're up and down, it's fast pace, and then 1 minute time out, and then all these cheerleaders ran on. I was like, hang on, he's just about to score then. What's going on?
It's a fucking corner, that.
And I was like, I just took it out of it for me a bit like that.
All that stuff. I know they're trying to Americanise the...
but it's money, isn't it?
They're trying to Americanise British sport in general, though, in terms of, like, you know, I think they'll eventually try and get, like, college sort of systems and stuff like that, because there is so much money involved. But Denzel Washington said something, this is completely off topic, but he was talking about why a white director couldn't have directed a certain film, and he said it's not a colour thing, it's a culture thing. And that's exactly what it is in Britain. British culture, we don't want to see a pop star singing the latest song at half time. No. 5% of the stadium maybe might want to see it. But
I don't even think it's that.
Yeah, but we're not like, you see Americans where they all pull up the cars and they all have drinks in the car park and stuff like that. It's a different culture, it's a different world.
And also, mate, if you're going a bit deeper, there could be, you know, London clubs who have higher percentage of people want to see that. I guarantee Scousers don't want to see it.
They don't.
Scousers don't even turn up the game wearing a Liverpool kit. No. You know, you looked a bit like Arthur Wool if you would turn up in a Liverpool kit or a Liverpool top, you know, just anything red on. I don't wear anything red unless it's a final.
You're never ever going to change the culture and be like, right guys.
Especially Scouse culture.
Yeah. We've got the fucking Spice Girls on. Do you know what I mean? No one's asked. These people will just be throwing stuff in there.
Mel C's going to do a throwback.
Posh Spice is getting it with Maltesers on the fucking Kenny Dalglish stand.
That needs to get fucked off. Going back to the manager, kind of merry-go-round, I've seen Arteta come out and said that Wenger could help him at Arsenal.
Oh. Just look at Man United, though.
I was going to say, it brings back that ghost of Ferguson just looking over your shoulder.
Bad smell. Go away. I don't understand why these people don't retire, though.
I felt a bit sly on Wenger. Did you see he done a thing with Ian Wright and he said that, you know, he should have left Arsenal, but he just loved it too much.
Yeah, Wenger was a top gaffer, like.
He should have, and the way he gets looked upon by some Arsenal now, you think, you cheeky bastards.
But Arsenal, the fans, just... You only got to watch that from AFTV or it's called.
They've made that club, the fan culture's embarrassing, I think.
I don't even know his name. He does a lot with Paddy now. He does, like, him and Paddy watched the Liverpool Arsenal game together, did you see it?
Yeah.
And he shouts to telly, he's like...
It's like they make it about them.
But he's shouting at nothing.
There's a couple of don't get me wrong, I think the Anfield rap and the Red Men TV go about it a really professional way with the over match reactions and stuff. There's these things of after the game going, I fucking hate that.
But you know, like, them things, it's not for me, but
they're obviously we are in the minority, I think, because they're very popular.
They're really good, yeah, in terms of, if they sit down in the boozer and they react to the game, that's fine. Like, that's modern media and it's good. But if all you're doing is trying to get a 30-second clip where you're being a knob and everyone goes on and you're happy with that, then you're not doing it for that. You're doing it purely because you want to be famous.
I can't get my head around this culture of I'd rather be famous for something stupid than not famous at all.
Oh, mate.
It's why would you want to be known as you're the lad who reacted to that Liverpool goal or that Arsenal goal and you look like a knobhead when it got disallowed from VAR? Why do you want that viral clip of you going mad when I don't think you've got anything worse?
It's the modern world, mate. It's the modern world.
Anfield Bradford Men TV, and I'm sure there are other football channels that do a really good job. These 30-second clickbait can get to fuck.
I don't, reacting to football and stuff is very good market because football's on every single day of the week essentially. But
I know, but you're selling your soul, I think, aren't you, lad?
But you've got to do it professionally.
Imagine going on a date. I always seem to bring this back to fucking women. No, but imagine going on a date and she goes, "Oh yeah, you were that meme, aren't you, of that lad reacting?"
You get that already, don't you?
I know, yeah.
You're that fella with the never walk tattoo.
Yeah.
No,
lad, it's his birthday today.
Is it? Oh, did you see your post?
13 years today. Stumpy.
Is it congrats?
Yeah, he was born today, wasn't he? Stumpy was born 13 years ago.
13 years ago, your life fucking started getting much better.
Much better, lad, yeah. So, yeah.
13 years, yeah.
Mad, innit, lad, yeah.
Hell.
So, yeah. So there's that. Lad, Emil Heskey is back in the managerial hot seat. He's now took over as Leicester women boss.
Go ahead, Emil.
Yeah,
underrated footy player, by the way.
Yeah. That 2001 season, mate, he was on fire.
Do you know when you see all the records, though, of all these 100 goals and all that stuff, his name's always knocking about.
Oh, yeah, he was brilliant. Leicester City women were guided by Jonathan Morgan's Women's Super League for the first time last season. But they sit bottom of the league. Yeah, he's the little DJ. But the bottom of the league at the moment, so they've sacked him, and Emil Heskey is preparing to take the next match.
You know what, though? Don't mind that. Obviously, clearly has ambitions to be a manager. Has gone in and got an offer of a job in the women's game and has took it. Yeah. The one thing I hate is did you see the Villa thing? It was Dwight York was oh yeah, I put my CV in, but he didn't get back to me. I was because you fucking last team manager Trinidad and Tobago. Do you know what I mean? No one's that. It's mad footy players because they've had a boss career. They just think, oh, well, just go and get a job.
On the international, since you brought up Trinidad, although that's out in what's continent that come under? Central America, is it?
Absolutely no idea.
Central America, I think.
Geography.
So, see, Klopp got in a bit of a shit. Well,
oh, seen that, but he apologised to the continent.
Yeah, he called some fella clearly had a bee in his bonnet and was like, "Jürgen, you called the AFCON a little tournament." He said you should apologise to the continent of Africa, and Klopp was like, "You fucking misinterpreted what I meant. I didn't mean that. I meant." And he just basically said,
"It is though in the grand scheme of things, isn't it? It's a big continent. It's big for it's a big tournament for that continent, but that continent's not the whole world.
It's only over a couple of weeks as well, isn't it? I think it's quite short.
If you sat down and you spoke, as we talk about a fan being involved, but you spoke to everyone and was rate the biggest tournaments in the world, it would only be the African countries that would put African Cup of Nations at the top. So in general terms, it is a little tournament, isn't it?
This guy weren't happy though, and I thought Klopp was quite good, and it brings you back.
Bullshit journalism, that though.
Yeah.
You're just trying to be...
Well, Klopp was at the end, it wasn't, I didn't make it into a thing, I didn't mean it as a thing, but you've made it into a thing, and that's not cool. And I think that comes back into this kind of cancel culture. It's people are just waiting. What he said, I'm going to hammer him on that.
The thing is though, if you get a chance to ask a question there, obviously it's good for your career as a journalist or whatever. I don't know who this guy was or who he writes for or whatever, but try and be articulate with it. Try and speak. You could have asked that question and got a very, very good reply if you used your head. Because you go in there and you're I think you deserve you guys to give everyone.
Oh, he had to be in his bonnet.
That's what I mean. It's not. We've said this loads about in the general podcast. It's not about you. You need to get an answer for everybody else.
Lad, he's done it because he wants this now. We're talking about it now, and it's worked in that sense, I guess.
Detrimental for his career though, because the people who actually matter will just say that was garbage.
Mate, there's quite a few little mad stories here, so as well. That's Benzema.
Oh yeah, that was years ago though, wasn't it?
So he's got a year suspended sentence, got fined 75 grand.
He get a suspended sentence for everything.
He's been found guilty of complicit in the attempted blackmail of former France teammate over a sex tape and sentenced to a 1 year suspended jail term.
Didn't he?
Fucking naughty that lad,
I don't know about the details, but apparently he had the sex tape and he was give me some dough and I'm gonna... How much fucking dough do you need? What's he gonna get?
He's on a couple $100,000 a week at least, isn't he? And he's after...
He's bored, isn't he? Fucking crapping ours, what I'm gonna do. Hold on the lads to ransom. Well, what's happening?
How mad's that though? And he's not. I don't think he's been banned in it neither.
He won't get banned.
From like Real Madrid, he's not even been like.
Yeah, but didn't you see that thing the other year where like he was talking to one of the lads in the tunnel and he was like, "Don't pass to him. He's playing for them."
Yeah.
He's obviously just a knob, isn't he?
He's a bit of a dick, yeah.
Good player, like.
So lad, there's a few little mad stories. Lad, Derby beat Bournemouth at the weekend,
Seen that, yeah.
and they got a result against Fulham. They drew with Fulham.
Did he? Yeah.
Mate, if he
They're
keeps them
15
up,
off, aren't they?
yeah, no, 11, I think.
Oh, yeah. If he keeps them up, that is.
Oh, sorry, they're 11 off the next one, but yeah, they might be off safety.
Out there, yeah.
Lad,
Even if they finish that season in touch, like they go down, but they're in touch, it's an achievement.
Yeah. Rooney, mate, I got to meet him after the foul fight. You just got off, mate. He's still got that aura about him.
Oh, I imagine, yeah.
Yeah, he might fuck up a little bit in his personal life now and again, but what a man, like, what a player.
Mate, the thing what Rooney must have still, a bit like Gerrard actually, Lampard as well, when these players are training, they must still be like,
yeah,
Wayne Rooney's watching me.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
We're not going off on a conspiracy. Did you see Sheffield United's Fleck collapsed, didn't he?
Did he? On the pitch?
Yeah, he a heart thing, and everyone's like, God, he's like, obviously it happened to Aguero, it's happened to a few players.
Oh, what, the COVID?
Everyone's going, it's the vaccine and stuff.
I didn't even know he collapsed, no, that's heavy.
Yeah, so the rumour mill straight away started on another vaccine problem, but yeah, hopefully he gets better. It is sad. It's obviously it happened to Aguero. We can't play anymore, can he?
Yeah, he's going to retire, isn't he?
That's a heart problem now. He's had this heart issue. Hopefully he's out now, discharged, and that's all. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he makes a full recovery. And the last little sporting story I put up before I hand over to you on the old combat stuff is, which is combat to be fair, is
Fury.
Yeah.
Oh,
what's going on with that?
He's John Fury. He's actually a funny fella, but he's got like this like fame now, hasn't he?
Mate, he is so. What is it? I can never say it. Misogynistic.
Yeah.
He's like.
He's gonna do it like a dog.
Mate, he's bad.
See Tommy's face, he's just like that. Oh, I've got a pet at home.
Did you see what he said after it as well? He was like, and after that, Tommy's done it. I want to make her suck me dick. Like, fucking hell, lad.
It goes back to a culture thing, though, isn't it? It's mad. Like,
he's making it about himself a bit, isn't he? Whether he's doing that to take the pressure off.
You've got to. He's nuts. But even Tyson Fury said some mad shit, but even he was like.
That's just a pantomime, that though, isn't it?
But he can't get to America, can he? He's got convictions, so.
Yeah.
I think obviously he needs to. It's a bit like Jake Paul actually nailed it. He's like, you're living for your sons, which he kind of is a bit because he didn't reach the heights as a boxer. But for him, it's like, I've got to get me saying now. I can't get me over there for fight week.
Yeah.
But as you say, oh mate, I'm not that confident. We need Tommy Fury to win, you know.
Yeah, because we've hated the YouTubers all along, haven't we?
I don't know whether he is going to win, but he's got him. Like, there's no other choice. Tyson's going to cause mayhem.
Yeah. It'd be funny to be over there for that.
I'm going to, as you say, I will watch this.
I am going to watch this one, I'll be honest, I will. Just because Tyson Fury's involved, and I went through a little phase of hating him, but I'm back following him now. Yeah. I unfollowed him for a bit.
Hey, Maguire for you.
Oh, yeah. I followed him again now. Nah, I just didn't like him when the whole Joshua thing was going on and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, but now I'm back on Team Fury now.
It was hilarious, that press conference. Like, you see Frank Wadden in the back, he was obviously dialing in as well. He was just like, oh my God, I'm getting cancelled here. Yeah. But some of the stuff he said was a bit far. I don't know how you get away with it in this day and age.
It's mad, isn't it? You know what's mad though? You got people bringing up tweets from fucking 20 years ago saying you called him gay, that was homophobic, you're going to get cancelled. And then in the present day, you've got someone going,
when he beats you, he's going to do your girlfriend like a dog.
And that's okay.
How is it?
Like, what people are being offended by and not offended by is picking and choosing. It's absolutely scandalous.
Fucking felt bad for Tommy Fury though.
Yeah.
Because he can't speak like Tyson. He gives it a go, but then he's obviously, Tyson said it a bit, then he's got his dad, and then he's like, well, yeah. You know what I mean, what am I going to say here? Can't imagine his beard was too happy.
No, I know. I Tom, you're not going to do what your dad said you're going to do it, are you?
No, love, honest. But he can't get beat, mate. Going back to the fight, like, he cannot get beat.
No.
For the culture. If he gets beat, it's curtains for everyone else, because Jake Paul's just going to be walking around.
Yeah. He's beaten Fury.
And then his brother's going to start saying, I'll be fucking Tyson, and
No.
Do you know what I mean? It's just gonna.
What else is going on in the real boxing world this weekend, anything?
Well, last week we had Terence Crawford, didn't we? And he was the first person to stop Sean Porter, which was some feat like, but the stoppage was a bit weird. He hit him and he put him down, but then Sean Porter's dad was in the corner and sort of called it off. And then at the end, in the interview, he's like threw Porter under the bus a bit. It was like he didn't prepare the way I wanted them to and stuff like that. Porter was like, I did. Do you know what I mean? So there was a bit of a weird like dynamic between
father and son.
But it brings up that old conversation, doesn't it? Whether it's actually beneficial to have a son a son and father in the corner, because look back at Josh Warrington when he when he was getting battered by Lara. His dad left him in there, but obviously you can say, oh yeah, he knew he was okay, but would a trainer with no emotional tie have called it a day, and you don't know the damage that was made. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think I'd want my son in the corner.
No, I wouldn't. I don't think I think you need to separate it, don't you? I think I wouldn't. If I was a boxer, for example, I wouldn't mind having my dad there for guidance or whatever, but I wouldn't want him being the voice speaking to me, because there's emotion there, isn't there? There always will be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was okay. I mean, Dan Aziz, who we spoke about, he put on a performance and beat Jose Burton in unbelievable fashion, to be honest. But yeah,
Tasha won her fight as well, didn't she?
Tasha won her fight and just got changed straight out for the broadcast.
You know what? I saw that. Is that what she done?
Yeah.
Because I thought, how's she done both? So she just cleaned this girl out and then just when I got changed, showered and
what can't she do?
Wow. What a woman.
I know.
Marry me, Tasha. Marry me.
The declaration's there.
She's a beast, isn't she?
Get you a woman who can do both.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But she's got a great opportunity there now. Sky are really going to get behind her by the looks of it. But it's onwards and upwards there, mate. Hopefully
that's exciting now, mate.
Hopefully she can get her hands on her a world title, and then she can actually, because she's an unreal pundit as well. She dissects the game brilliantly. Do you know what I mean?
It's a Paddy Lacey fight this weekend as well, or is it next?
He fights tomorrow.
Tonight, yeah.
Yeah, well, tonight when this goes out, yeah. And then obviously all eyes
on the
Echo.
His episode will be out on Monday, by the way. Brilliant.
We've had some boss feedback on Patreon.
Patreon, if you're not subscribed on Patreon, it's literally just £1 a week. You support me and George while we put extra content out, and you get early access to our episodes. And this Paddy Lacey one is a belter.
You will never regret £4 if you pay for that.
No, honestly, it's really, really good.
To be honest, though, I know we've gone a bit from a tangent, but I didn't even expect it to be as good as it was. Do you know what I mean? It was just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's just a crazy story. And
but he's on, December the 11th. But the Zone obviously been struggling with Eddie, haven't he? Like we spoke about it. But this weekend he's got the.
Seeing him out and doing the press conference.
It's getting a bit heated between these two. Again, Teofimo's dad's in the corner.
His dad, seeing that.
And he's a bit of a wanker, to be honest. I don't know him, but comes across as a bit of a wanker. But Teofimo Lopez, best lightweight in the world, beat Lomachenko, fighting Kambosos Jr., who's undefeated, is mandatory challenger. Honest to God, I would never ever say this, but I'm going to have to say it in case I think he could do him in one or two rounds.
Really?
I do genuinely think he can. Just think he's that much better.
Even though the other lad's undefeated?
His last fight against Lee Selby, I actually backed George Kambosos Jr. to beat Lee Selby on points and had a good win. Was that his last fight? I think he's fought against since then. But
how can you be so confident?
Lee Selby was his last fight. It was split decision. So his last two fights, he's won 2 split decisions against Lee Selby and Mickey Bay, who are decent fighters, but they're not Teofimo Lopez. I think on the night there'll be a big size difference. His recent form is just ridiculous.
You think Lopez is just going to clean him out in under 2? You reckon under 3?
I think it's going to be quick, yeah. Because I don't think Kambosos is going to box him. There's so much water under the bridge. They're having all these bust-ups in a week. Lopez can bang. So Kambosos can hit as well, but I don't know whether he can hit at this level. But yeah, I just think he's going to walk straight into the fire, do you know what I mean? And just sling it out with him.
Should be a good price, that.
Yeah, I think it will be a good price. I haven't actually checked it out, but I was just watching the fights back yesterday, and I always thought, I initially was thinking 1-6, which is, if you want to be ultra safe. Not ultra safe because you're fucking banking on him winning 6 rounds, but I don't think you can get away from that. But just yesterday, he was getting caught with certain shots against the likes of Selby and Mickey Bay and stuff. I'm just thinking, if Lopez hits you with that,
yeah, you're done.
Do you know what I mean? You're not gonna get up. And look, I could sit here next week and be completely wrong, and it's unanimous decision,
isn't it? Though, yeah.
But Obviously, don't go mad on early, but I do think it'll end early. Be a great fight, I think. Good for the zone, obviously getting some actual
decent fights going. Yeah.
But because they've got to come into 2022 with some big plans, because
this is over in the States then, isn't it?
Yeah, this is in the States here.
Woodsy won't be over there then, will she?
No.
She's another one I'd marry tomorrow.
Don't say that, lads. I should just hear it.
I know.
Yeah, this is in...
Whoever see next, yeah.
Not that he's desperate, he's just looking to marry someone. But
it's what women they are.
Yeah, Madison Square Garden, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The Mecca.
UFC as well this weekend.
Yeah, UFC. We've got Jose Aldo's back.
Is he?
Yeah, he's Rob Font. Legend Aldo, mate. You know, they look back, he got starched by McGregor and all that stuff, and then when a little run got stopped, everyone's like, he's done. Bounces back. He's in like fucking form of his life now at bantamweight. How did these people keep going, lad? It's such a
crazy, isn't
sport. Why would you not just sit in the bath one day and go, that is me? I can't do this crazy shit anymore.
You know, apart from McGregor, do you reckon he's earned though where he can sit back though?
Yeah.
Do you reckon he has, yeah?
The thing is, your money, as in the UFC, your more appearances, obviously the more money you get, in terms of from the advertising and stuff. I'm not saying he's going to be a multi-millionaire, but I reckon he's got enough, like, but it comes down to his heart, innit?
Yeah.
He's from Rio de Janeiro, mate. He's not, like, I don't know whether, like, just the relaxing life for him, do you know what I mean? Look at his face.
No. He looks like he could be a killer.
Mate, if you were, imagine, like, you know, you just got a bit lady in a bar or something, put some money to it, with Jose Aldo. I just, armadillo position, mate. Brace, you know, like the blades. brace.
He looks like a scary fella, doesn't he?
He's just muzzy in that. I might grow muzzy like that.
Just to get that look.
Just get filled in if I was ever trying to be him, though. But yeah, it's a good card. Got Jimmy Crew first, Jamahal Hill, light heavyweight. That's a really good fight. Again, I love these cards because there's just loads of people who you don't really expect, you know what I mean? And people on the way up. But that card as well in London looks like it's proper going ahead.
In March.
Yeah. See, like the likes of Paddy and that, they're all slowly starting to get...
Me and Jordan are eyeing up what could be the most momentous week of sport ever.
Yeah.
Cheltenham, Thursday, Friday. UFC, Saturday. Liverpool United, Sunday. Oh my God.
Do you want him for the trip?
DM now if you want to join us on that little 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, so we leave Liverpool. So Cheltenham's done, innit? Cheltenham's happening.
Yeah, we've booked our accommodation for that.
So Thursday and Friday we're in Cheltenham. The plan then is to either get up on Saturday morning and go from Cheltenham to London to watch UFC London, and then
sorted accommodation for Saturday night in London.
We've found a place in London, and then get up in London and get the train all the way back.
4 o'clock Sunday, perfect time. Boom.
What a life. We do work hard for it.
Yeah, right. Well, talk shy for an
I don't know about how hard we work, but we do have a good go. But
yeah, that'll be amazing at UFC then.
Yeah, it will be really good, mate. And I think obviously it's the week. There's a week break. Oh no, so do you know what? I might have fucking got this wrong. Yeah, I have got this wrong. Fontaldo's next weekend.
Alright.
So there's a week break now. Then there's Fontaldo. All great card, like, so get excited.
So there's no UFC this weekend?
No UFC this weekend. And then, so there's the week break, then there's that, and then there's UFC 269, where obviously Leon Edwards should have been, but he isn't. But, yeah, so there's a week break, but yeah, next week that Fontaldo card is
looks tasty.
Yeah.
We've got Hollow Gins running this weekend.
Oh yeah, how could we forget? 3 o'clock, the Ladbroke Trophy. Mate, you know the winnings? 142 grand.
Really?
Look, destiny. I don't really get, like...
Get your nails on the pod if that comes in.
When he gets entered to these big... He's come forward in this before. I don't really speak... Like, I've never spoke to my dad or anyone being like, oh, what's the winnings? But, like, you go on Sport and Life, whatever, you have a little look down, it's like, fuck me. Gotta be on... What if I got to be on 10%, am I? Fucking hell. But, yeah, he come forward in this a couple of years ago.
Think he's got a chance this year?
Yeah, just because he come forward in it, and then they found the issues that they had. They fixed the issues. His last run was obviously fucking superb. Just God almighty, just fucking pray he's okay, do you know what I mean? He gets there and he's just firing, because
what price is he at the moment?
He's about 28 to 1, I think.
28 to 1? Wow. It's
the most competitive, the biggest handicap. Like some of the, as I spoke in the other night, but there's some of these could go on to be in the fucking Gold Cup, do you know what I mean? Come the festival. But if he's in the form that they think he's in, and he come for mate. You'll go close. Telling you now, we just got it. We just got to get him there. Like, just got to get him there feeling good, because you still have to doubt. You know what I mean? Just because of last year, and like the problems that, but he looked like a different horse.
What ground do we want for him? Do we want rain? Do we want sunshine?
I think he's okay. I mean, they don't want it too dry, but I think there's been a bit of rain and stuff. Little bit of like, just nice winter ground where it's a little bit of give or whatever.
No biblical rain.
No biblical rain. More to come on that. But yeah, I think just a nice little bit of cut in the ground would be ideal for him. And then just all we've got to hope for is he's just parade him round near the back. 6 out, he still fucking looks good. And then
that last race at Aintree, mate, was unreal. How we got pipped on the post.
As soon as if he still looks well, 6 from home.
Start counting your
standing up in your living room because he's coming. He's gonna fly home, lad.
So what time's that? 3 o'clock Saturday?
3 o'clock Saturday. We're not going actually, are we?
I know we were gonna go, but just this last few weeks of just people,
we got
it's been too heavy, so I'm taking.
As you can tell, we're talking about UFC cards that are not even going a week next week. But
no, I need to have a weekend off the air.
We both agreed reluctantly that we need a week off.
Yeah.
I get a lot of stick for that,
I know, it's a bit weak, isn't it?
Yeah, well, fucking you called me weak and then you called off first.
I know, sorry.
Oh mate, I was in bits when you put that Instagram up of the conversation we had, and you was like,
oh yeah.
I was like, please don't do that. I was in bed, honest to God, I've never felt that ill. On the back of the live.
You on the back of the live, which was a massive success, by the way. We raised over $5,000.
Yeah, I think it's touching near $6,000. Yeah,
nearly 6, brilliant. Yeah. So massive thanks to
some people who even lost out on the auction got in touch and was like, I had this money to put towards the auction, didn't win, but
wow,
I'd love to put it in. But yeah, $6,000, and I'm in the process. I'm speaking to a few people who won. Sorting out the prizes with like the Monterex deal. The Jose give us a signed shirt on the 9th.
Oh,
so we were flying. But
we're definitely going to be doing more of them as well. So make sure you keep tuned.
Plans to do 1 a quarter, didn't people?
Yeah.
Got some big plans, mate. Do you want to tell them merchandise plans? Your merchandise plans?
Yeah. So, touch wood. We've got a meeting after this, and we'll find out for sure. But we're going to bring out some merch. If you're subscribed on Patreon, you'll get discount on it. But there's a few little running jokes on the Sportscast. Yeah. There's been a few, you being the postman. But one of my personal favourites that I think got a lot of traction was because it was fucking hilarious, was biblical rain. We were obviously all on the dragon and we didn't want no rain, and there was fucking biblical rain.
Fucking biblical rain.
And it fucked us up big time. So, we got hoodies made, designed, dead simple, just biblical, with a bit of rain on the end. I like them, but I don't mean your cheap shitty hoodie. This is a decent quality hoodie.
No fruit of the loom, this like.
No, proper decent hoodie. We should be able to have them for Christmas. Touch wood, fingers crossed. And yeah, we're just going to be doing a limited edition.
Yeah.
So we're only going to be rolling out a handful of them. And it's going to be first come, first serve. So if you just want a decent grey hoodie, dead comfy for the winter, with just biblical on, and it's your own little private joke with people who maybe listen to the pod, and for us, then yeah, keep your eyes peeled because it's coming.
The best thing is, as you say, it's going to be limited runs. So.
Yeah, there's going to be limited. That's it. Maybe, I don't know, 25 of them made or something. We're going to make it exclusive.
Yeah, we do this. Obviously, hopefully there'll be t-shirts, fucking hats eventually, whatever we do. But
just a little Christmas teaser, taster, see how it goes down. But we've had a few people asking about it, so I didn't just want to do cheap, shitty t-shirts. While Jordan's got COVID all over me.
I've done a test, I haven't got COVID, thanks for asking, but yeah, it's that night.
I know.
Hanging around with you too long, look at me.
Sorry, it's what retirement does to you. You just get on the
you went out that next day. How didn't you feel as bad as me?
I genuinely don't get hangovers, genuinely don't. I'm not trying to give it the big one, but I just don't get them.
Lad, I was
out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You're an animal. I was ringing 111 and that.
Yeah, so how we went off that story, I text Jordan and he was like, lad, I'm done in, can't do it, it's the ale. It feels great at the time, but it all catches up with me. So I screenshot it, which is a bit naughty, you shouldn't really screenshot conversations with your mates, but I screenshot it and put it on my Insta story saying like, it's not for everyone, Jordan. And Jordan just started getting hammered.
I was delicate that day, and I was just getting it left, right and centre.
Come back to me, he's like, lad, you should never do that, lad. But it's quite funny.
Honest to God, I was about 15 seconds from ringing 111. I swear to God, lad, I couldn't get up, lad. I couldn't stand up. I thought, oh my God, like, what's up with me? I couldn't get up. But oh my god! But in the end, I was saying to me, like, I'm done here, you know. This could be it.
Oh, it's so weak.
Look after the kids. She was like, "You've got to angle your bell end."
Look after the kids.
Lad, I was just
Tell them I love them.
Honestly,
Well, I had Arsenal the next day, so there was no feeling sorry for myself,
I didn't
mate.
even watch the game, I slept through it.
So I was back out for 2, 3.
Fucking hallucinating and all that.
Oh, God.
And you texted me saying I was weak. I was like, I know. But
Right.
here we are, I'm here. I've got a bad cough, but I'm here.
Good. Well, yeah, that probably brings us up to just probably the hour, actually. Bit of a longer show today.
Well, to be fair, I've just spoke about a card. There's not even that much. So like, good fucking 14 minutes.
But yeah, as always, the support's massive.
Love it.
Again, if you're not signed up on Patreon, we would love it if you do that. It's literally just £1 a week, and there's more content. Me and Jordan do an extra show where we just talk about random stuff. It's normally quite funny.
How to do one, actually.
Jordan is, I don't want to big it up too much, but you are one of the funniest fellas I know. Yeah, we just catch him and we just talk about random stuff. It's a good laugh. So yeah, you get that if you sign up, and you get early access to the episodes. So your support would mean a lot. But as always, have a boss weekend, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
See you soon.